What's up, guys? Jake Whitaker. Just got home from my very first Bassmaster Elite Series tournament this past week on Lake Martin in Alabama. Finished up 74th overall, which was not really what I was looking for my first tournament, but it is what it is. I got behind the 8 ball the first day and was in 101st place. And then the second day came back and had a really good day, had almost 12 pounds, and that jumped me up to 74th, which I gained some very valuable points for the yearly standings. But I just want to give you guys a recap on how I approached this week, all the way from practice to the two tournament days. The first day of practice, I started out deep, looking out deep for those schools of spotted bass, and found some. I never really found those good schools of spots, but I found some scattered fish and caught a few out deep, but nothing really to brag about. And then I spent probably the second half of the first day up shallow, cranking. I did a lot of cranking in practice. The first crankbait that I threw and had some good success on was the new 6 cents curve 55 in a crawfish pattern. Caught some really nice fish the first day of practice on this, you know, good 2.5 pound spots and largemouth both. So this was a bait that I definitely had confidence going into the next day of practice and even into the tournament. On the second day, we had some really warm weather. I was in my shorts and t-shirt on the second day, Tuesday, and I noticed some fish starting to pull up in some creeks and some pockets in some stained water, and that's when I pulled out. It's a 6 cents Crush 50X squarebill, black and chartreuse. This is probably my favorite colored squarebill when I'm fishing dirty water. Pulled that out the second day of practice, and again quickly started catching some solid 2 to 3 pound fish, spots and largemouth both, up shallow. Just was keying on some you know, channel swing banks towards the backs of creeks and in pockets where you've got rock and docks. Also was reeling this beside some docks and caught some nice fish that way. You know, but I've got a lot of confidence in this bait. The black back chartreuse is just a really awesome color that, you know, those fish cannot stand. So that crankbait, the curve 55 and then the 50X squarebill was my main baits that I used in practice on Monday and Tuesday, and had some confidence rolling with those baits. You know, like I said, caught some nice fish doing that, cranking rock and beside docks and stuff like that. And then the third day rolled around, third day of practice on Wednesday. We had a major front roll through with some really bad storms, lightning, thunder, hail even. So I actually didn't get on the water till probably 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and that gave me about 4 hours of practice. And after that rain rolled through, I picked up a spinnerbait just to try, and within the first, gosh, probably 5 or 6 casts, I caught a good solid 3 pound largemouth beside a dock. So I stuck with this bait the third day of practice, and probably had the best day of practice I had all week. Probably caught, I don't know, 10 or 12 fish, and they were really good solid fish. And just something that was different. That has the gold blade and then the orange blade up top, white chartreuse, 1/2 ounce, and was just really caught a lot of nice fish that third day of practice. So I had a lot of confidence in this bait also. And on the first day, I made probably the worst decision that I made the whole tournament. That's what cost me this tournament. I made the decision to run down on lower end and cleaner water and fish for spots, and I never had a bite until probably 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the day. And that had me scrambling, trying to catch a limit, which I did end up doing, but they only weighed 7 pounds and change, which had me in 101st place and just really behind the 8 ball. So the second day I told myself I'm gonna stick shallow, do what I know how to do, throw the spinnerbait and the squarebill and that crankbait, and just see what I can come up with. And I started out mainly fished this spinnerbait mostly all day, just fishing it around rocks and blowdowns and docks mostly. I caught I had 3 3-pounders, and every one of them came beside a dock on the spinnerbait. And then I had 2 other keepers. But everything on the second day when I had almost 12 pounds came on this spinner bait. Like I said, it's white and chartreuse, 1/2 ounce, 1 orange blade and 1 gold blade, double Colorado. Throwing it on 15-pound Seagar, and also throwing that on the Zolo ToadFace, which is a 7.2 medium heavy rod, perfect rod for spinner bait, you know, around some close cover. Was able to make some super accurate cast and get those fish out from underneath the docks when they would bite. But yeah, like I said, everything the second day came on the spinner bait. I did throw the crankbaits and caught some fish on those, but I was able to cull those fish out with my spinner bait, and just really had a good day the second day and gained some valuable points. You know, instead of finishing 101st, finished 74th, which is obviously a whole lot better than 100th place. So learned a lot from this event. Looking forward to the next one on the Sabine River. If you guys want, check out that spinnerbait, TrueSouth Custom Lures. You can get 10% off. Tell John to put you a orange blade on there. If you're fishing some dirty water, I think you'll have some good success with it. I know that's going to be my go-to dirty water spinnerbait from here on out. But use the promo code JW10, get 10% off your order. John will hook you up some awesome lures, TrueSouthCustomLures.com. And also the squarebill and the Curve 55 from 6 cents. Find those at 6centslures.com. Check those out. Really awesome hard baits. Really liking the square bills. And then the Curve 55. It's a awesome wintertime bait. Good crawfish colors. They've got awesome colors. I really like this one. Looking forward to throwing this around home some here before the next few tournaments. So you guys check these out. 6 Cents Lures, TrueSouth Custom Lures. Check them out. Thanks for watching. Be on the lookout for some tournament coverage at the next events. I didn't have any tournament coverage from this one. Had some issues with my GoPro, so unfortunately don't have any footage from this event, but it will be rolling at the next one. So thank you guys for watching my recap. If you have any questions, please comment, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. Thanks guys, have a good one.